Hello, this is Mrs. Chrisman, and today in this video you will learn how to make a table. So get your hammer and nails ready because we're going to make a fabulous colorful table. You might be a little confused. We're not going to make this kind of a table. We're going to make a different kind of a table in Microsoft Word. So let me show you what I mean. Let's close this. First, we'll go ahead and look at the middle school program of studies for Loudoun County Public Schools. And I'm going to take you to page 9. And when we go there, you'll see we have the grading scale. How much you need to get an A+, A, etc. This information here is in a table. This is the first column. This is the second column. This is the third column. Then you have rows. This is the first row. This is the second row, and so on. And there's a very special way to set up tables in Microsoft Word. I'll show you another example of where you see tables in real life. This is the owner's manual to my gorgeous convertible. It's a pretty nice car. So I'm going to take you to page 61 because I know there's a table there. And this page has to do with my information display of my car. And here it lists messages. And so if I get a message up there that something's not right on my car, it tells me what the meaning is. This is also in a table. It has one column, two columns. Then it has one row, two rows, three rows, 4, 5. And then this is a brand new table over here, also with two columns, but 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. So tables are used, you'll start, once you know how to do a table and you've seen it, you'll start noticing them all over the place. So these are the instructions that you're going to find in Google Classroom. You're going to create your very own Mount Rushmore. Of course, we have presidents on Mount Rushmore today, but let's pretend that you were creating your very own. These instructions here will be in Google Classroom, and what I'm going to do is demonstrate for you how to do them. So let's come to our main screen. The first thing you need to do is open a blank Word document. There we go. We'll make it nice and big. Next, it says insert a table with 3 rows and 4 columns. This is cool. So when you click on insert and then you click on table, here are your columns and rows, and see how they appear on the screen as I move my mouse. So this says 3 rows, 1, 2, 3, and 4 columns, 2, 3, 4. And then you just click and there's your table. Next it says in row 1, merge the cells and type My Mount Rushmore. This is your title row. Now everything in a table is a right click. Everything. If I right click in my table, it gives me a list of things I could do in my table. You'll notice it says delete cells, split cells, all of these things here. Watch what happens when I am outside. Now I'm not in my table anymore. When I right click, those all go away. So you have to make sure your cursor is in your table whenever you're doing stuff to your table. So I'm going to highlight this first row with my mouse, and then I have to make sure my cursor's on it. If you go to right click and you say merge cells, it makes one big box, one big cell. And I'm going to type My Mount Rushmore, and then I'll center my title. Done. Next it says in row 2, type the names of the 4 people you've selected. So you're going to think of people that inspire you. They could be celebrities, leaders, people you know. Let's see, I'll go ahead and I'll put Derek Jeter, my favorite Yankees player of all time. Let's see, who else can I put? I could put, I'm at a loss. Let's put Santa Claus. Ha! Okay, so you're going to list 4 people. You come up with 4 options. Then it says in row 3, insert an image of the actual person, or you can do an animated image. So I'll come back here to Google, open a new tab, and I'll say Derek Jeter. Find images. Let's see. We'll just go with this first one here. And you have to click on it to make it big before you copy it. I'll copy it. Go back to my Word document, and then I will right click in there, and then paste. And there he is. So that's how you get your images in there. Next it says decorate your table. Change the color of the borders and shading. And here's where tables get really fun. So you have to right click in your table. And if you go to table properties, let's see, I'll go to row and column and cell. And there are all different options. Like for instance, in cell, you can move your words to the top, to the center, the bottom of the cell. So there's all different things that you can do in here. You can change the height. I'm not going to play with any of those right now. What I wanted to show you was this, borders and shading. So I can say I want to change the color of my borders, because right now it's on borders. I'll make it blue. And watch what happens when I say okay. Nothing. Let me try that again. Maybe I need to highlight that. Table properties, borders and shading. There we go. Oh, we've got the blue set up. Maybe we just couldn't see it. What if I go lighter blue and I make it thicker? But I can see it now. There we go. Okay, so now that I've got my borders one color, I can change the background. So I'll right click again, table properties, borders and shading. This time I'm going to go to shading and I'll pick, I don't know, let's do more colors. I'll go with a pink. Okay, okay. And there's my background. So you can make it any colors you want. I want to show you how you can make fancy borders too. Right click, table properties, borders and shading. I'll come back to borders. You can pick any of these. Look at this, there's some squigglies. Say okay, see what that looks like. Yeah, so you can pick all different types of things to decorate your table. Now you can also take the words, you can change the fonts. Let's see, let's pick something fun. You could be fun now, MLA reports are over. You can make it nice and big. You can bold it. You can change these as well. Just use Georgia for that one. I'll use this Joker Man for that one. I'll change the color. Let's make these yellow. You know, you could just pick any colors that you want. Just have fun, play around with it. Make it green, you can bold it. There we go. Okay, so that's what we got so far. When you're done doing that, it says beneath the table, set up 4 columns. So you have to click now under your table. And you need to go to layout. You need to go to columns. Now you have 1, 2, and 3. You don't have 4, so you have to come down to more. And you need to tell it right here you want 4. 2, 3, 4. There we go. And let's see here. Instead of whole document, change the setting to this point forward, because the problem is it could mess up your table and you only want the columns to apply after your table. So I'll say okay. And now you didn't really see anything happen, but watch as I start typing. It automatically sets it into columns. Now I'm going to hit the enter key. Enter, enter, I'll keep going. When it gets to the bottom of the page, look at that. It brings it to my next column. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, now I'll enter again. Here we go. Now I'll do 2s. Enter again. Then I'll do 3s. There we go. And now what I want to do is make sure my table is over these evenly. So I might have to make that smaller. Check this out. See those? Watch my cursor how it changes when I go on the border. Oh, see those arrows? It lets me move these. Look, I'll move this one. I'll move this one. Something happened here. Let me go ahead and see what happened. Where are my ones? Up. Look, they moved. That's okay. I'll just hit the enter key and bring them back up top. See that? Bring them back up top. There we go. Could bring them back up here again. Same with my 2s. There we go. Same with my 3s. I'm just using my enter key to move these back up again. This way I have, I don't like this one. Let's move this one over a little bit. I'm going to move this one over a little bit. I like them to be even. So now I have a section, a column under my first picture, under my Santa Claus picture, and so on. But the difference is, instead of you guys typing zeros, ones, twos, and threes, instead I want you to type paragraphs for each person and describe the wonderful qualities of this person. So I would start by saying, Derek Jeter is my favorite baseball player, whoops, of all time because, and you're going to write a little paragraph. So let's go ahead and take my ones, twos, and threes out. And then you're going to hit enter up to the top. And then you'll say Santa Claus, or whoever you picked. Let's see, I'll say, I admire Santa Claus because, and then you keep typing. And eventually what you'll have, if I make this smaller, you'll have an amazing table with some words underneath each, and it's going to look really great. So I want you to be creative. I want you to have fun with it. I want you to remember everything is a right click away. Your cursor just needs to be in that table. And you're welcome to watch this video more than once if you need some help remembering how to do these things. So have fun and good luck.